Hello and welcome to my new video. If you're new here, hi, I'm Lex, and today we're going to be looking at ideas for decorating behind resident services in Animal Crossing. I just want to jump right in because this is so impressive. The first island here, this creator has turned behind the resident services into a waterway, a canal, and there are actually boats. There are actually boats going through. It's like the castle gate is acting as a bridge with the cliff here. Let's go up and see if we can see it from that view. Yeah, see what? This is so cool. Let me get a good camera angle. I would honestly argue that behind resident services is one of the most difficult things to decorate on your island just because it is hidden by the building and you never really know what to put there. This is genius. This is fantastic, phenomenal. I just think it's so cool and unique the way this cliff is acting as a bridge, and the castle gates having openings makes it feel like those bridges that have, wide pillars that hold them up. It's just really cool, a really cool idea, really fun. A very trusty way to decorate behind resident services is with cliffs. I love using decorated cliffs. I mean, look at this view. There's so much behind resident services to make it beautiful, and this creator took it one step further by making this a little walkway that you can go on. It makes it look like a little tree being used as kind of a bridge. So there's all this gorgeous decor behind here, and again, there's cliffs decorated in the distance to add, a very dynamic terraforming vibe to the island. It looks very beautiful from afar. It looks beautiful as you're walking behind resident services, and nothing is blocked because with this cliff right here, the building isn't hiding anything. You can see everything there is to see. This truly is beautiful. I also love the ambiance of it being pouring down rain. It has big spooky rainforest vibes, the fossil in the background. This is just a beautiful build and a great way to fill up the space behind resident services without blocking anything. Just right off the bat here, before I even walk behind this resident services, I really love the framing of the building with the trees. I think it's really beautiful. It makes it look really lush. It was a beautiful setting to wake up to. This creator has actually made a little park, so as you can see, directly behind the resident services is just a little pathway. So once you get over here, nothing is hidden. You can see the entire little plaza courtyard that we have. It's beautifully designed. Also, I love the symmetry. I love these little corners with flora instead of just being empty tile, and it goes into this little market street aesthetic. I think this is gorgeous, such a nice way to decorate, and it makes it feel very towny, you know what I mean? It makes this town feel a little bit more lived in because it seems like there are spaces designed for residents to enjoy. I think this is beautiful and a great way to take up all of this space. It's like a larger build, but it definitely fits, and I mean, what else are you gonna put behind here? The main problem with trying to decorate behind resident services is that you can't really see ground level, so raising the cliffs right behind the building is always gonna be a surefire way to solve that issue, and there are so many things you can do with cliffs behind resident services, whether it's a pathway, as we've seen already, and as I think this is, or literally just decor that you can't really access. That is always going to be a perfect solution for decorating behind resident services without missing out on any kind of design. So as you can see, everything is fully visible up here. You can see resident services right there. It is a few blocks back, which I think is smart. It let them put some decor between resident services and the cliffs, kind of fill it up a little bit and put some vines so the cliffs don't feel so empty. I think this is a brilliant idea, and it overlooks this beautiful, very organized little orchard. I think this is just a darling build, and like I said, it could work for pretty much any theme with the exception, of course, of no terraforming islands because you can't make the cliff, but this could work for literally any aesthetic you want for your island. I also think it's cute how it fades into the side too, with this little bench. It's just a very restful build, and I think it kind of emphasizes the fact that this is like a plaza. It's a place for hanging out for villagers. If you don't want to raise cliffs behind your resident services, don't even worry. This creator has made the perfect example of a pathway behind resident services that fully works. This also doubles as a rock garden. I think it's so beautiful, and I love the spooky theme we've got going on. Very fitting and relevant given I'm posting this just a few days before Halloween. I think it's really smart how the creator spaced the pathway forward forward a little bit, so like obviously you can't really see right here as well, but they just filled it with decor, and so where you're walking, you're fully visible. There's no blockage, it's not annoying, it just looks amazing. I also appreciate that it's at night. I feel like I don't get a lot of nighttime submissions, so I love being able to showcase what some of these islands can look like even at nighttime. Anyway, the decor and everything here is just so cute, so this is a brilliant idea for what you could do behind resident services. Also, all of the rocks, I think, are fully accessible and you can farm from them. There aren't like little items or anything blocking it, so these are actually functional rocks. This is a functional rock garden. Okay, immediately just waking up here, this island is so gorgeous. Like, what the heck? Behind this one, though, is another really unique and creative build. This is a little train station. I love that they put it behind the inclines. It makes it feel that much more real, so you can come here and sit. It's also fitting because you're at resident services. This is where we come in when we're traveling via dream address, so it's like this is your little stop. You stop at the plaza or get picked up there. I think it's really cute. I also do love how this pathway goes up, so it's kind of like we've got a combination of having the cliffs raised right behind resident services and also not, because you do have this little train station. I love the use of the covered wagons here. The colors, everything is just gorgeous and so perfect. I also appreciate how there's like symmetry here with the seats, the street lamps, even the custom designs are symmetrical with the grates. The inclines, everything is symmetrical, but then the train itself introduces a little bit of asymmetry that shakes up the build a bit and makes it more visually pleasing in my opinion, so this was just a really well done build. So another great idea for cliffs in the back of your resident services is to incorporate some waterscaping, some waterfalls to make it a little bit more beautiful, but what I really love about this creator's island is that they've made a secret pathway here. Resident services is perfect for that because you really can't see behind it unless you actually walk back here. It's so cute. We've got waterfalls framing this little secret pathway to a fishing spot, and it seems like even a little market. Look at this. Look at this big old bakery. This is adorable. I just think this is so well done and a great idea. I love when I find little hidden pathways like this. It's giving the sound that's like secret tunnel, secret tunnel. We love to see it. We do. We really appreciate this. I always love it when resident services have like very open sides where you don't feel like you're enclosed, and this island does that. Right behind resident services they have, this is kind of like the train station, except this is just like a little bus stop. I think it's so fitting. Again, I love the mix of symmetry and asymmetry. We've got an asymmetrical build here with the bus stop, but then it's framed by these symmetrical stone bridges that go back into the rest of the island. I think this is a beautiful setup for behind resident services, and again, this little situation here is placed back far enough that when you're in it, it is not blocked at all by resident services, which I think is really nice. It's also clearly Audi approved, so how can you not appreciate it? You know, how can you not also approve of it? I think it's cute that we've got this little retro gas thing here too. I don't know if you can actually fuel up like your little scooter or whatever, but it works and it's beautiful. First of all, this is such a perfect time of day on this island. I love how this creator filled the space behind resident services. It's just a little pathway, but it is somehow so calming and relaxing. The terraforming is so nice. Everything is just so chill, and you can come in right here as well. Nothing, again, is blocked or anything. There are just some plants and fences right behind the building. You can see where you're going, you can see everything, and this is, again, another very flexible build because while this creator obviously went for a more neutral toned theme, you could do anything with this, making little pathways behind resident services. You don't have to use terraforming if you don't want to, although the cliffs with waterfalls here are definitely adding something to this theme. I also love specifically the mix of custom design pathing that make up this little area. We've got the little planks, we've got this actual full-on path. There are bricks under the table giving, you know, the sense that this was once a more, like, I almost said civilized, but like a more modern place, and it's kind of falling into disrepair, becoming natural again. And I also love the framing here with the fake buildings. this is just a really well done situation. It feels very cozy, very homey, and I love the furniture and plants that were used here. I also appreciate that you can actually go through the gazebo and then go over the bridge, like it actually is part of the pathway. Check out how beautiful and calming the area behind this resident services is just from the front. This one is also one that I really appreciate. This creator actually used on the ground waterscaping right behind resident services, so you could hop over here if you want to, but as you can see, there's nothing back here that you really need to get to, and so there's nothing blocked. It's just really beautiful decor, very calming, and this is giving kind of springcore-ish, I think, is the vibe here. I love that there is a bridge right behind, and you can even see Nook's Cranny from the plaza. So, I don't know, it feels like a very close and, I don't know what word I'm looking for, like a cozy situation. The plaza is close to everything. There is very open pathing. It's easy to navigate and it looks beautiful. I love the mix of fencing and shrubs, flowers, mushrooms. Everything looks beautiful here. And here is Nook's Cranny that you can see from the plaza. You might even be able to hop over there. Okay, maybe not. It's so cute though, and again, really appreciate the use of a bridge here. I think that's the first time we've seen a bridge in use immediately behind. That is all the ideas I have for you today. Make sure you drop any requests that you have. If there's any part of your island that you'd like inspiration for, drop it in the comments and I might make a video on that next. Thank you all for watching and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!